Yes, restless legs. That is the topic I look into as an energy healer. Hopefully with the result that it makes you feel better. That is the goal here. I work differently, of course. I work on an energetic level. Every problem, I don't want to say illness now, every problem has an energetic signature. That might be the easiest way to explain it. And in this energetic signature, you can work, you can make or add changes. Of course, it should not prevent you from going to the doctor. It is not meant as a replacement, but simply as an addition. Well, it has no harmful side effects. It cannot have any. It only has positive effects. So you are not harming yourself by looking into it. On the contrary. It helps. It helps. I am not allowed to give any promises of healing, but take a look at it, and you will notice what it does for you. Okay, now let's see. Who is interested? Well, I always create an avatar from all the viewers, which I then treat. Then we first remove the dark energy from it, which everyone has. Is obviously somehow necessary in this case as well. Then we will focus on the nerve conduction especially. The nerve conduction has the most important function in this. I should perhaps mention that for medicine, this is a mystery. It belongs to the many diseases for which there is actually no solution. I believe that medicine has no solution for 70% of all diseases. The nerve conduction has support, assistance, pain relief. Other means are available, but it's about healing and not about support. Of course also, but that is not the focus. The focus is on healing. Well, before we start there is also a small chance of inheritance for something like this. We want to erase that as well so that the ancestors are also involved with the topic. And we will erase that now. I ask for the erasure of the chamber of the maternal line. In all dimensions, in all times, deletion, false deletion, with the Gieres delete, Schilders gleich. I ask for the erasure of the chamber of the paternal line. In all dimensions, in all times, deletion, false deletion, with the Gieres delete, Schilders gleich. I ask for the erasure of the chamber of early life. In all dimensions, deletion, false deletion, delete, Schilders gleich. Ask erasure of the chamber. From this life, deletion, false deletion, minimization. So, I believe a few 100,000 people suffer from these symptoms. Restless legs, also known as restless legs, which are especially bothersome. At night, so tingling how it starts. So I don't have any, my own symptoms. I can't measure with it, but I can imagine how it works. And that's what we want to look at. Then we first want to look at this nerve conduction from head to toe. Where do we start? We start from the top, head, there, where this information. Then the movement information lands. Let's clear this area. All energies that should be there. Out, out, out. Otherwise, you have to read smartly. Supposedly, magnesium is supposed to help for nerve function. I can't judge that. Is it decisive in this case? No, I don't think so. Of course, any malnutrition is disadvantageous. I have already had clients with restless legs who also felt better. With one, it was also coincidental, doctor. I say, what medication are you taking? He says, this and that medication. I don't remember which one it was. I say, and what does it list as side effects? Restless legs. I say, if you wanted to get rid of that, and it was important for him because he could hardly sleep, just stop taking it and prescribe yourself something else. I think he made the medication himself. That's what he did. With stopping and switching the medication, it was over immediately. But that was indeed the cause. But that was a bit simpler. I know there are also more complicated cases. the energy from the head. So definitely read the yellow list or whatever it's called. What side effects do the medications have? No healer can work against the constant intake of some medications that cause that. But in the head, there's something that makes it a topic. Midlines, small lines, I think I'm in that region. Now we do everything. Out, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, out, and out, out. Please hold on. Small energetic bombs sometimes make space for something that doesn't belong there. That's what I'm working on. There's already a problem in the skull, in the brain, but we'll have it sorted out soon. The energy problem solved. There. With the video, you now have the advantage. Play it as often as necessary. And sometimes it takes multiple attempts, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't cost anything. You won't suffer any harm. And if you've played it once or twice with the video, you can also just play the audio. And maybe even turn it down. Just enough so you can barely hear it. Then it might even penetrate the subconscious better. Yes, in the head, there it is. I need to... It's a bit there, well, there I giggle. But I think now it's getting nicer there. Neurological problems mean nothing other than there's a problem somewhere along the nerve pathways. So for me, who is a bit of a back fanatic, it also includes, for example, addressing that weak spot. In the lower back, that it's eliminated, the lumbar vertebrae ultimately. That everything is free there. Now it's getting better. Now it's getting better. That took exactly. I only feel it as resistance. And normally it should be that I can just smooth it out there. And if that's not the case, there are energies in there that don't belong. And I simply push the movement out. I already mentioned it earlier, so any malnutrition that one follows, so strict vegan or vegetarian diet, or one-sided, anything, usually leads to some deficiency symptoms, which can be adjusted and where one must focus on balancing them nutritionally. That so for vegans, there are proteins missing that need to be balanced, or vegans, ultimately, who certainly get them from legumes. Or if one only because they can't tolerate anything else, only eats crisp bread. Or some one-sided thing, one absolutely needs to balance it out because they can't tolerate anything else. Just as a note, so we've accomplished that. Then let's do a leg length adjustment, spine straightening, which is quite nice for the nerve pathway. The eyes simply close, then I can concentrate better internally. So we've got that. Let's free up the lumbar vertebrae. So this nerve pathway needs to be as free as possible. Now there was obviously a problem in the brain, but we've got that now. We've solved the energetic problem. I want to phrase that carefully. Hopefully, this will also affect her restless leg symptom. So, everything that's there, out, 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 go. What this restless leg symptom reminds me of is something like heart arrhythmias. Heart arrhythmias occur when nerve nodes form and emit their own impulse. Not the original impulse, but the secondary impulse. And then the heart starts to flutter because there's simply an extra beat. And then bop, 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 bop. And then the doctors cauterize this point, the nerve point. Energetically, I can also work on it. And we will see if such a point is also on this path. We will see that shortly. Towards the legs. If something has formed, it would be this, so that feels good too. Then we take the nerves, left leg down to the foot. Roses, buttocks to foot, rose seam, thigh, inner groin. With the other right foot added, buttocks, rose seam, thigh groin. We have 8 nerves. Let's free them now. I don't even know, is it both legs that twitch or just one leg? I should have looked that up. It's actually crucial. If it's both legs, the knot must be in the spine. If it's one leg, it's in the nerve center. But let's see. I suspect that it's in the spine then. That's likely because it's often both legs. The tingling is uncomfortable. We'll see if we can find the point. So, let's take all these nerves into my healing bath. Healing oil, just a conceptual model. Healing water. Healing water. Free it up again. The 8 nerves, all energies out. But it doesn't feel that bad.
Right.
It feels quite good. Now let's take these 8 main nerve bones and see if there is anywhere. Yes, there is a small knot in various nerves, I would almost say. Okay, now let's try to free all the nerves. This is one nerve, second nerve, third nerve, fourth nerve, fifth nerve, sixth, seventh, eighth. Yes. Please, done. Good. Put it in. Now let's look down the leg left. Front. Right. With this video, it should be watched until the symptoms have disappeared. Yes, if you don't notice any effect, then you can say, that's just how it is. But I mean, it has to do something. It feels like it. Now let's check the spine to see if there's a knot there too. There is a knot there too. Okay. Let's take this knot, as if something has formed that prevents it from flowing properly. So let's dissolve this spinal knot as well. Request healing for this spot. It's clear that there's no actual knot there, but it's the model with which I work. There are those who weigh words on a gold scale and come to strange conclusions. Then it's about the result. Announce And the remaining finish on this knot. So how does it look? Feels really good. Feels really good. Hopefully it's the same for them. So I would recommend watching the video at least 3 times. That would be my advice. Also, the healing process must then also kind of begin. Yes, the sleep problem is, of course, the most acute issue for those involved there. Now look at it, watch it, just watch. Or if you have it acutely, I would watch it right then. If you say in the middle of the night, I can't sleep, take the video and just turn it on and then see if something changes for you. Now I'm looking again at the psychological part. Let's see if I get an answer there. Not being satisfied with oneself, I'll take that out of everyone's system again. I'm now introducing inner calmness, but inner joy. Emotions that want to find their expression. You know that like a twitch, and it's like a release of emotions. Emotions that haven't found expression, I'll now take out of the system of all those involved. And that the emotions can take their normal course, that we can talk about them, that we can release the emotions, that we can channel them through activities, can balance them. So, sports are certainly good for those who are dealing with this issue. I'll play that again now. All the feelings of guilt that those individuals carry, I'll remove them again now. And with this, I forgive you your guilt or your collective guilt up to today's date when you watch the video. All your actions are forgiven up to this present date. So be it. Yes, I think that's quite good. So, there are also a few factors that play a role in this. Maybe not that well, I don't want to judge. It is what it is. Take a look at it, I'm curious, especially about your comments. If you liked it, or if it especially helped you, then feel free to write a comment below. It also requires conviction for the skeptics. That's how you have to put it, those who haven't had any experience with it yet. Those who have had experience with it, I also have some who just happen to end up with me by chance, who aren't actually the typical clients, and they are always surprised. Oh, it works. It functions. I wouldn't have believed it. Yes, thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Tune in again for the next video. Recommend my channel. Some of you might not know it. And it would be a shame if they weren't aware of the options. It is indeed a possible addition to life. Take care. See you then.